Orcas are the ocean's most intelligent hunters. With just one powerful surge, they can create massive waves that wash their prey off the ice floe. To escape their attack, I jumped onto a small piece of ice wedged between two larger icebergs, thinking I was finally safe. But to my utter surprise, after a moment of what seemed like thinking, the orcas swam to the other side of the small ice floe and worked together to push it out from the gap. As the ice was slowly pushed free, I knew I would surely die if this continued. Seizing the moment while the orcas were still distracted, I leaped back into the water and managed to climb onto a larger ice sheet. At this point, my tense nerves finally relaxed a little. But was I really safe? The four adult orcas quickly coordinated and launched a new assault. Under the violent impact of the water, the large ice sheet instantly shattered into several small pieces. I stared blankly around, watching helplessly as the orcas adjusted the ice into favorable positions. Then they regrouped and charged again. Seawater continuously washed over me. The ice beneath my feet was growing smaller and smaller. At this life-or-death moment, seeing the dark shapes closing in through the water, I made a decisive leap once more, into the water and onto a relatively smaller piece of ice. Only by constantly trying could I perhaps find a glimmer of hope in such a desperate situation. But this small piece of ice was a poor choice. The orcas soon swam beneath it, intending to flip it over. As more orcas gathered below, the ice began to shake violently. The slippery surface sent me tumbling into the water, yet I still refused to give up my will to live. With astonishing determination, I scrambled onto another piece of ice. But danger followed me here too. Pursued relentlessly, I leaped from one broken floe to another. No matter which piece I landed on, those persistent orcas were right behind me. I stared helplessly at the dark giants in the water. Are you really determined to catch me today? Calming myself, I resolved to fight for my fate one more time. While the orcas seemed momentarily distracted, I quietly slipped into the water and swam desperately in the opposite direction. But orcas truly are the cleverest creatures in the ocean. What looked like distraction might well have been a tactic. They quickly noticed and gave chase. After being spotted, I struggled onto the only nearby ice floe. No matter how hard I tried, luck didn't seem to be on my side. After 4 hours of pursuit, I was completely exhausted. I lay weakly on the ice, waiting for the orcas' final blow. The orcas immediately organized and attacked again. Under the relentless washing of the waves, I fell into the water repeatedly. Yet each time, with incredible perseverance, I climbed back onto the ice. Through my unyielding persistence, the hunt finally took a turn. The long chase had drained the orcas' energy. As they slowed, the waves they created grew smaller. The water currents from their movement were no longer strong enough to wash me off. In the end, in this contest of strength and endurance, I won by a narrow margin. An orca swam up to the edge of the ice and leaped out of the